Before we jump into this video, if you are interested in any merch, remember it's all optional, you don't have to buy it, but it is linked in the description. I have just released a brand new design, Born to Rant. It's linked to the channel, it's linked to me ranting. I absolutely love this design, and it's going to be available on like coffee or hot drink mugs, women's and men's t-shirts and hoodies. If there's anything else, like if you want a sticker, a pillow, anything like that, then you can always let me know. And there is also other merch on the site that you can look at as well. Remember, link down below. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. So, when you think of first-person shooters, Call of Duty, Battlefield, you think of Battle Royales like Warzone, Apex Legends, Fortnite. You think of the amount of people that actually cheat in those games. And it gets to the point where a lot of people quit playing because of how frustrating it gets. And let's just say there's a huge issue potentially arising with Battlefield 2042. But quickly, before we get into that, I want to cover something very quickly, and that is the amount of the technical playtest that was leaked by a lot of people. EA are putting out the warning, and probably DICE as well, that if you are leaking that gameplay, there is a chance you'll be permanently banned from the game when it releases. And I'm just wondering, is that a scare tactic? Are they actually going to do it? And I want you guys to let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comments, because we've seen stuff like this before with cheaters and outriders. We were supposed to, like, because I've used trainers on outriders myself, we were supposed to get some sort of watermark in our like mini-map at the top left or whatever, as though to say, like, to let everyone know that you have cheated on your account. Whereas EA are threatening to permanently ban anyone that leaked footage. And I want to know if you guys think they'll go through with that, because I think they might do for a few people here and there, but I don't think it'll be a big thing that they do. Then there was another thing before we get into the cheaters, and that is some people are thinking there will be pay-to-win skins, because in the Ultimate Edition of the game, when you pre-order it, you get a Midnight Ultimate Bundle, and that features a character skin that is pretty much all black. So if you're sat in a corner, people might not be able to see you, similar to what happened with Warzone and the Rose skin for that. A lot of players got frustrated because people would just go and get that skin, sit in a corner, and just pick off people. It was easy kills. However, with a Battle Royale, once you die, if you're in Warzone, you go to the Gulag or whatever, and then you have to search for an entirely new match. I don't think it'll be as bad in Battlefield because you'll just respawn. But I can see a lot of people getting frustrated, especially if the skin does work in that way, to the point of you sitting in a corner and not being seen by other players. It's going to completely ruin how the game is played. So I also want you to let me know about that. But then I'm absolutely fuming because of these hacks that are going to be sold. And that's just because the game isn't even out yet. And these have been put up for sale or whatever 2 months before the game's even released. But they're not just threatening to sell them for the game. They're going to be distributing these hacks, these cheats, for the beta. So if you are on PC, you're more than likely screwed, because this is a big thing with 2042. When I say big, we'll go through a couple of things. So the first one is, there are like lots and lots of people that are talking about these cheats. The way they've scaled in Warzone, as I've mentioned, other Battle Royales and stuff, people leave games because of this. It completely ruins the experience. Any form of PvP, hacks and cheats and stuff are not welcomed, and that is the best way for it. The only reason you would go out and get a cheat is if you're either really bad at the game and you just want to ruin everyone else's experience, or if you just want to be annoying. And that's how I see it anyway. Like, people are out there paying for these cheats. It gets that bad, and they're paying lots and lots for some of these cheats. Some of them will like go over a quick sort of look at what some of the cheats will be, but this is mainly going to affect PC. There will be cheats and stuff like Cronus Max that find their way over to console or something like that. There will be anti-cheat in place with Battlefield, but whether or not it's going to be able to keep a big amount of people out, because yeah, EA, they're a big company, but they're similar to Activision when it comes to being lazy and not doing what's right by the community, because Activision have probably banned over 250,000 accounts when it comes to Warzone, and people just ruining that with cheats. But the people keep coming back. when there's a new update for the game, they manage to bypass the anti-cheat systems and get their hacks and stuff into the game. One thing that might slow down the hackers a little bit is the fact that the game is going to cost you $70 to buy. Like if you're playing on a next-gen console or like PC, like $60, $70. But I don't see that putting a stop to it or anywhere near, because there are some people out there that want to play with cheats and hacks that have a lot of money to throw away. So they'll buy console after console or PC after PC if it's actual hardware that gets banned and stuff. Like, I don't know, there's lots of different ways around it and everything. But if it's just accounts, they're going to go make new accounts and buy the game again. They're not going to care because they've got money. But this does get really, really bad because it's basically threats to ruin the beta. The sites are reporting that they have over 1.2 million registered users, none of which have been banned in any Battlefield game for years. So there's going to be more than one site as well. This isn't just based on one site. And this is coming into, these cheats are going to be, or they're at least going to try and use them within the beta. They're not even waiting for the full release. So this could be, it could be devastating for Battlefield 2042. The game could be completely ruined, because if we take a look at this, I'm reading all this stuff off articles and everything that are on different websites. If you just Google Battlefield 2042 cheats, you'll find all of this stuff that I'm talking about. But there's a gaming insider who I believe was the one, I don't know if they spoke about graphics or something for the tech test, or I don't know, I'm not fully involved with it all 100%, but Tom Henderson spoke with one of the people that are selling cheats and shared their remarks on the cheats that are currently being advertised, and it doesn't look good, because the reply was, yeah, that game is fucked. We've seen a 400% rise in website traffic and sign-ups in August over July, with a large amount of that coming from Battlefield 2042 searches. So there are a lot of people out there that are looking for these cheats, that are willing to pay for these cheats or sign up or whatever and get their hands on these cheats and ruin the gaming experience for everybody else. And then, just to wrap this video up, there is a list of some of the features that these hacks will include. So in terms of aimbot, you're going to have lock on. So you press your aimbot key and the crosshair will lock on. You can then stay locked, so the aimbot will stay locked until the player you're looking at is dead. You can instant change, so it's going to change to the next player you want just by clicking a button. You can instant kill, so bullets will hit accurately even when you're moving. ESP, you can do it for name, so it'll display the name of each player so you can harass people. Distance will show you how far away players are located from you. Item, so it displays item names that are close to you. And then BB will draw a box around every player for easy location. So similar to some of the stuff you've probably seen in Warzone. I'd say is like your typical aimbot, wall hack, all that sort of stuff. But then you have cheat radar as well, which will show all the enemies on your radar in red. You'll have movable, so you can move it anywhere on your screen, and it'll be sizable, so you can adjust the size of your radar. And I believe there will possibly be some more things in there. I think a lot of these hacks and stuff will depend on how much money you're spending, because I've seen some very expensive hacks be ridiculous in other games, whereas some of the cheaper ones don't seem to work as well. And a lot of the times you'll see some of these hackers that clearly have aimbot and they still don't know how to use them. For an example, if bullet drop comes in, or there's just other factors that come into the game itself, and some of the cheaper hacks don't actually take that stuff into consideration. So you'll see a lot of hackers, you get some really funny moments from some of them being so stupid. But I'm actually really pissed off. A lot of you are going to say, oh yeah, you've always been against Battlefield 2042. Look at the rants you've done. I mean, it weren't even a rant. I was just talking about the tech test, saying it doesn't look too good graphically. There was the PS5 version actually cancelled, and I had heard that the Xbox and PC versions were very buggy. But I did that video, wasn't even a full-on rant or anything, and everyone's against it. I don't care, it's just numbers on a like to dislike ratio and a shitload of comments. But it's all interactions, and that video's on nearly 50k views. But people will come to the channel and just instantly think I'm against the game, but I'm not. I think I even stated in that video I'm still going to play the game. I'm going to get the biggest edition of it, because it's part of my job to play these sorts of games. And I've always loved Battlefield games. It's just the recent ones I've played haven't really been my cup of tea. However, Battlefield 3 and 4 are a couple of my favourite Battlefield games, and this is the more modern Battlefield. This is closer to 3 and 4 than it is to 1 and 5. But yes, I am going to be playing this game. This is a rant because cheaters are just being pricks, and they're already getting ready to sell their cheats and stuff for a beta of the latest Battlefield, and then obviously it'll just get worse when the full game comes out. And there are a lot of dickheads out there that will buy into this sort of stuff because it makes it easy for them. Some people will find hacking a lot of fun because it just makes kills easy. And I don't see EA splashing out money to improve their anti-cheat or anything like that at all. I think this is going to be quite bad. But that's going to do it for the video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.